Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 865th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Just to say, I've got a cracking battle for you here today, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, our first teammate is Titans Paglia. A lot of you will know the Titans clan, very good clan. Only a small clan, but got a lot of good players in. And he has got the bog standard 31k Roman army of 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 14 infantry and 6 cavalry for Paglia. Our next teammate is a Greek member, Kleomenis. Now, just to say, I believe that Greek Kleomenis was the second in command of the Greek clan. And just to say that a little bit of information about the Greek clan for you, when they first started, they would only recruit players who lived in Greece. Well, that kind of makes sense, and if it's a Greek clan, then you would, recruit people from Greece. But of course, as they wanted to expand the clan, they had to soften that rule a bit and let people in from other countries. They were never a big clan, but their mission on Rome Total War was to become the best clan with the pike and spear factions. And we used to see them go into game, they'd come out of game, talk about the tactics that worked and didn't work, and then they'd go back in again, come out again, go in again, and to that end they practiced for hours and hours and hours. And I think in the end most RTW players said that the Greek clan were the best clan with the pike and spear factions. If I remember correctly, their three favourite factions were the Greek cities, Macedon and Seleucid. And I think they picked those factions because those factions did really well against Rome. And of course, when they were actually practicing to become the best clan with the pike and spear factions, the main faction they faced was Rome. So yes, Greek cities, Macedon and Seleucid, if I think I remember correctly, was their favourite factions. Here's something else I'd like to show you as well. Can you see that Kleomenis has got 8 upgrades on his royal pikeman? Okay, now they did it, as I say, they've done loads of experiments with different upgrades and things like that, but they found that 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, was the optimum upgrades for royal pikemen on the Macedonians there. And so that's why you got 8 upgrades there. If you put an extra stripe on there, the extra money that you pay, you don't kind of get the performance back from that. So that's 8 upgrades, and just look at the length of those Macedonian pikes that the enemy troops are going to have to fight down to kill the man on the other end. So make no mistake, that would be a tried and tested Macedonian army there, and he's got a lot of Cretan archers there, so he's brought a lot of firepower to the battlefield as well. Okay, our next teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who's bought an old Roman army. Okay, I've got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry, so on the surface you could say that's the bog standard 31k Roman army, but amongst my infantry I've got 2 eagle units there. Okay, 2 morale boosting eagle units plus my morale boosting general as well. So I've got a lot of morale going on within my infantry. Hopefully that will help them during the course of the battle. And our last teammate is Brotherhood member Fesen. Now Fesen's got 10 infantry, 4 archers and 5 cavalry. Okay, 10 infantry, 4 archers and 5 cavalry. And if we have a look there, we'll have a look at the upgrades of his cavalry. He usually brings quite serious cavalry from what I've noticed lately. Oh my gosh. 9 upgrades, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. Well, that takes his cavalry out of the elite bracket into the super bracket. Fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry there. Oh my gosh. Now if you notice here, can you see that his general is a cavalry general? So he can take his cavalry around the battlefield, attacking enemy targets there with the general morale bonus there for his cavalry. Okay, but while his general's away with his cavalry, of course, he has got a morale boosting eagle unit for his infantry. So that's a good tactical move there by Fesen. So his cavalry generals go around the battlefield with his cavalry, giving them the general morale bonus, but he's left a eagle unit to give his infantry a morale bonus there. So well done to Fesen. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Mars. Now Mars has got 10 infantry, 4 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 10 infantry, 4 archers and 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades of his cavalry. Oh my gosh, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. I've noticed so far in this battle, the armies that we looked at, the cavalry has been very well upgraded there. But only 10 infantry, is that enough for the modern day battlefield? Well, I guess we'll just have to see as the battle unfolds. And talking about just 10 infantry, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Mantu. Now get ready for this. Mantu has just got 6 infantry, 8 archers and 6 cavalry. Yes, I'll say that again. Just 6 infantry, 8 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, now he usually brings serious cavalry with this arm. Oh my gosh. Count the upgrades on that. 9 upgrades, 3 experienced troops, gold shield, gold attack. So that will take them out of the elite bracket into the super cavalry bracket. As I said, so far in this game, when you've looked at the cavalry, it has been some really serious cavalry here in this battle so far, you know, in these armies so far there. Okay, now what I would like to ask a question here, he's got 8 archers, so he's got a lot of firepower there. He's got 6 maximum upgraded cavalry, but will that make up for just 6 infantry on the modern 31k battlefield? I think it'll be interesting to see how well he handles that army during the course of the battle. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member JGP. Now JGP's got 11 infantry, 3 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 11 infantry, 3 archers and 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades at his cavalry. Oh my gosh, 8 upgrades, 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. As I say, the strength of the cavalry on this battlefield so far from both teams is, you know, I mean, my guess is the cavalry could win the battle here. And their last teammate is Brotherhood member Aurelius, who has got his faction of choice, which is Greek cities. Now he's got 12 Spartans, 3 archers and 3 light cavalry. Okay, 12 Spartans, 3 archers, 3 light cavalry. Of course, his light cavalry are hiding in the woods there. Okay, so there's the enemy team. It should be quite easy for you to watch this battle because the enemy are the purple SBQR and the Greek cities. Okay, so as you can watch the battle there, you'll be able to see the enemy straight away. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought we'd have a count of the archers. Right, so here's the enemy team's archers. So they've got 3 there with Aurelius. That's 3. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's another 3 for JGP. So that's 6 archers so far. And then we've got, oh my gosh, 8 archers there. With Mantu, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's, I think that's 15, is it so far, or 14 so far, and then 15, 16, 17. So they've got 18 archers. Okay, so they've got 18 archer units in their army. Oh my gosh, let's see how many archers we've got in our team here. Okay, so Paglia didn't bring any archers. Kleomenis, I believe, bought 7. Yeah, so he's got 7 archers in his army there. Okay, I don't think in this old Roman army, no, I don't think I've got any archers in my army. So we've got 7 so far in ours and another 4. So Fesen bought 4. So we've got 11 archers against their 18 archers. Now, can you think why they have bought so many archers? Newer players around the world, why do you think that the other team has bought so many archers? Can you think? If you look at our team, that might give you a clue. Okay, so the reason they've bought all these archers is because they know that the 121 man units of Macedon there are incredibly susceptible to missile damage. So what they would be hoping to do would be to weaken those Macedonian pike units considerably before they even get into hand-to-hand combat. So that's why the enemy team have got 18 archers against our 11. They're hoping to weaken our Macedonian ally. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, you'll see that the archer war is about to ensue here. Of course, what the enemy would like to do with their 18 archer units is probably kill our 11 archer units off quite quickly, and then they can concentrate their archer fire onto our Macedonian ally. So we need to be very aware of that, and that may well influence our tactics in this battle. Okay, remember the enemy got 18 archer units, we've got 11. Just like to show you something over here. You'll see that Aurelius there with his 3 light cavalry units. Remember, he had them hiding in the woods, and he is now moving them around the flank. It wouldn't surprise me if he wanted to hide those light cavalry units in the woods behind us. That's where I think he'd like to hide his cavalry there. and then he could maybe smash into the rear of our engaged troops during the course of the battle. It'll be interesting to see how he uses that cavalry. But as I say, at the moment, the archer war is starting now, and as I say, they're hoping with their superior archer numbers to take our archers out, so they can then concentrate their fire onto our Macedonian allies' pike units there. So if you notice there, Kleomenis is keeping his pikes away from the archer war there, which is a good tactical move. And over here on our right flank, you'll see it's the Cretan archers against the Roman auxiliary archers. Just as a matter of interest, for newer players to Rome Total War, you might like to know that Cretan archers, as well as the auxiliary Roman archers, get a bonus in the woods. I think a lot of players may have missed that, but yes, if you put your Cretan archers in the woods, they get the woods bonus, and if you put the Roman auxiliary in the woods, they get a woods bonus as well. So just a little bit of extra information there for you. And here you'll see that Mars and Paglia, to me, look like they may well be facing off to each other here. It looks like we know that Paglia is a very aggressive player, and we know that Mars can be as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if the battle kind of kicked off here on the right flank. If you notice here, can you see that Mars has split his infantry into 3 mini armies there? Can you see that? He's got 3 mini armies. So it'll be interesting to see how he's going to use those armies during the course of the battle. As I say, it looks like he's facing a Titan's Paglia here. So as I say, two very aggressive players. So as I said, it wouldn't surprise me if the battle actually does kick off here on our right flank there. As you can see, Mars moving over, and you can see Paglia moving his troops over. Oh my gosh, the red line's there. That's unusual to get so close to the red line. Remember, if units rout near that red line, if they go over that red line, there's no chance of rallying. That's why we tend to stay away from the red lines if we can. Once again, looking at Mars's mini armies, can you see here that he's got 2 cavalry units per mini army? Okay, so he's got infantry and cavalry in these 3 mini armies here. So as I say, it'll be interesting to see how he's going to use those 3 mini armies against Paglia. And as I said earlier, they are both very aggressive players, but near this red line, as I say, if no matter what size a unit is, when it routs, if it goes over the red line, there's no chance of rallying. Okay, that's why we tend to stay away from the red lines if we can. Nice bit of support here by Greek Kleomenis here. Can you see bringing a couple of pike units over here to support Paglia? Remember, those pike units are anti-cavalry, so those pike units could be useful against any cavalry units that attempt to charge at Paglia's infantry there, as you can see there. And over here you'll see that Kleomenis is moving his pikes there, and you can see that Fesen is moving his infantry over as well to that right flank. And as I say, you can see the archer battle here ensuing there, shooting at each other. Yeah, lots of archer fights going on there. As you move over to this flank here, you can see, as I say, Paglia and Mars facing off to each other there. But as I say, it wouldn't surprise me with them being so aggressive here that this is where the battle kicks off. Now, this is a nice bit of support here by Mantu. You'll see that Mantu has brought some of his cavalry units over here as well to support Mars against Paglia. Now, if you notice here, I'm bringing my cavalry over here to support Paglia. And I'm actually moving my infantry over onto this flank as well. There's going to be a bit of pilot exchange in here, I think, between Mars and Paglia's forward units. As I say, just look at those pillars going in there. Remember, each one of those pillars are effective against armor as well, so they're going to cause a lot of casualties there to the forward units of both armies. As I say, you can see Mars's 3 little mini armies locked and loaded there. And here goes Paglia, look, as I thought, very aggressive, very attacking, look on, bang, as he charges his forward units into the forward units of Mars. And here you can see Paglia's cavalry locked and loaded as well, ready to charge in. As I say, fighting so close to that red line is something that we do tend to avoid, because as I said earlier, any units go over that red line, there's no chance of them rallying at all. They were, look at Paglia pushing in there with his infantry, really trying to break one of Mars's mini armies there with a sheer weight of number. It wouldn't surprise me if he throws his cavalry in there as well, but you can see that Mars has got his cavalry locked and loaded as well. Here you can see I'm bringing my infantry over here to support Paglia there, and what I'm looking to do is to try and do a surge attack on Mars's infantry if I get over there, and also try to cut off any cavalry support there from Mantu. I've already got my cavalry locked and loaded there, ready to charge in. Here you can see Kleomenis running his infantry over to the flank. I think the main battle here looks to me like it's going to be on the right flank there. Probably wouldn't surprise me if Fesen started to move his infantry over there as well. And as I say, here you can see JGP, and you can see Aurelius running his Greek city army over there as well. So it looks like most of the battle is going to be fought over on that right flank. As I say, Paglia being very aggressive. This is his usual style of fighting, very attacking, very aggressive there, and you can see him really pushing in to Mars's infantry there. And you can see Mars doing some micromanagement there with his infantry, but he's got his cavalry locked and loaded, ready to go in. You can see Paglia here looking to charge his cavalry, and he's going to throw a couple of cavalry units in there, and bang, as he smashes in there. Can you see my green Brutii cavalry moving forward? There you can see Mars counterattacking with his cavalry, look, and bang, as he charges in there. Can you see my green Brutii cavalry going to join in there, look, and bang, as it smashes in there. You can see the counterattack there by Mars's cavalry, sending his cavalry in there from a different angle there. Nice hit there. You can see some more of his cavalry charging in there as well. And now he's brought that cavalry, those couple of cavalry units back, locked and loaded them and charged them in, like a bang, as they smash in there. You can see Mantu bringing his cavalry over for support as well. Oh my gosh. As I say, they're fully upgraded cavalry of Mantu's. Mine is charging into the fray there, into my Brutii cavalry. And you can see my Brutii infantry have just reached the battle there. Remember that the enemy archers are shooting into us all the time from different angles there, that you can see there, shooting arrows into the flank of my moving infantry as I'm moving towards Mars's infantry there. So you can see that, but what we're trying to do here, Paglia and myself, trying to take out Mars's infantry here and as much of their cavalry as we can. But as I say, my cavalry now is being hit by fully upgraded SBQR cavalry of Mantu's there, smashing into my cavalry. It wouldn't surprise me if I've lost a lot of cavalry in that battle, because both Mars's cavalry and Mantu's cavalry were better upgraded than mine. But there, can you see my green Brutii infantry has finally reached Paglia, and what I'm going to do now is just surge forward with my infantry. I'd like to try and take out the SBQR general if I could, but you can see I'm charging forward there. You can see that Kleomenis has got a couple of his pike units. He's moving forward as well, and there you can see Paglia charging in a couple more of his cavalry units there, and bang, as he smashes in there. So I think looking at the right flank, looking at our right flank here, I think we've taken out most, if not all, of Mars's infantry. Most of his cavalry, though, he saved there, but I think most of his infantry has now been taken out, and we are now starting to move towards his cavalry there, which I guess he'll back off because he won't want to fight our infantry. And here you'll see that Aurelius is bringing his Spartans over here, look, to attack as well. Now we need to I know Kleomenis wanted to take on the Spartans with his Macedonians there. It'd be interesting to see. That should be an interesting tussle there. As I say, here you can see that the enemy SPQR troops are all moving over to our right flank there, and you can see that Fesen is moving his infantry over as well. So as I say, it looks to me like the main battle here is going to be fought on that right flank. So here you can see me moving forward, my Brutii infantry, and you can see Paglia moving his Scipii infantry forward as well. I think we've just killed the SPQR general, so that's taken away the morale bonus from SPQR, which is good news for us there. But as I say, you can see the Greek cities of Aurelius there ready to engage us, and you can see that Mars saved a lot of his well upgraded cavalry there. So even though we took out Mars's infantry, I think the enemy have definitely got a cavalry advantage on us here. And with the upgrades that they've got there, I think maybe that could make a difference, especially towards the end of the battle there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and save my pilers, and I want to throw all of my pilers, if I can, into those Spartans. If I can get close to those Spartans there. I don't think I've thrown any pilers yet, so I've got a lot of pilers to throw. There's my very battle damaged cavalry there. As I say, taking on that well upgraded cavalry of Mars's there, and of course the fully upgraded cavalry of Mantu has cost me a lot of my cavalry there. I think I'm down to less than half in most of my cavalry units. Over here you'll see that JGP looks like he's going to try and attack Fesen's infantry there. As I say, you can see that both teams now have moved all their troops over to this right flank of ours here. So it'll be interesting to see what Kleomenis and Paglia are going to do here. Remember that the enemy archers there, the ones that still got arrows, are going to be shooting in to the Macedonian pike units there. As I said before, the 121-man pike units are extremely susceptible to missile damage, so that's what the archers there will be doing. That have still got arrows left, they'll be shooting into Kleomenis' pike units there. Now Kleomenis and Paglia, I believe, play together quite a lot, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did a joint attack there. Here you are, you can see Fesen's Julia army has finally got over here from the other flank. He's been running all the way over here. But as I say, I think Paglia and Kleomenis are very aggressive players. They're used to playing together, and it wouldn't surprise me if they attack the enemy troops in front of them. And there you can see that my green Brutii army is facing Aurelius' Greek cities there. And there's a lot of enemy cavalry over on this flank as well. So that'd be something to watch. It wouldn't surprise me if the enemy cavalry brought those cavalry around the flank of my infantry. Maybe try and pin and hold my infantry with the Greek cities as they smash into the rear of my infantry with their cavalry. It might be a tactic. Right, you can see that Kleomenis is moving forward there with some units of Paglia's infantry there, and you can see that I believe Mantu is pulling his infantry back there. As I say, the only problem with Mantu's army is he's just got 6 infantry. So the moment an enemy army with more infantry units than his moves forward towards him, all he can do really is back off, because the enemy numbers, the pilers alone, would cause him so many casualties that when they came to hand fighting, his units would probably rout. Okay, so over here you'll see that Paglia has brought some of his blue Scipii infantry over here to help try and counter the Greek cities. As I say, I don't think I've thrown any pilers yet, so all my army's got all their pilers to throw. Okay, but of course, remember, Spartans have got 2 hit points and they suffer less casualties from missiles. Here you've got Mars' well upgraded cavalry and Mantu's fully upgraded cavalry. As I say, what's worrying me is they may well take them into the woods on the right of my infantry. As I say, my cavalry is so battle depleted now, they probably take my cavalry out and then they could then smash into the rear or flank of my engaged infantry. If the enemy team decide to attack with the Greek cities to pin and hold my forward units, get their cavalry round behind me and then smash into the rear of my infantry, I think that could be a decisive part of this battle. We'll just have to see what the enemy are going to do. There you can see Aurelius there being very aggressive with his Spartans. As I say, I don't think I've thrown any pilers yet, so I'm going to really throw a heck of a lot of pilers into those Spartan units. But as I say, those Spartan units have got 2 hit points, so they suffer a lot less casualties than other units do because of those hit points. So even though I'm going to be hitting them with a lot of pilers, I don't think it's going to be doing you know, the damage that I would like it to do because of those 2 hit points there. Right, so let's just pause the game for a second here. So over here you'll see that JGP's got his cavalry locked and loaded, ready to charge in there. And you've got his infantry there in front of Fesen's infantry. Okay, let's say, remember the enemy are the purple SBQR and the Greek cities. Okay, so straight away you can see the disposition of the enemy troops, and our troops were green, blue, red and Macedon there. Okay, so you can see here that Paglia has got some of his units into Testudo. He's just put them into Testudo. That's the classic Roman defense against pike and spear attack. That's why he's putting them there in front of the Spartans. So when the Spartans attack, they're going to run into his Testudo units there. And you can see that Kleomenis has got a couple of his pike units over there as well in front of my main army. But as I say, if you look at the way that the enemy are moving their cavalry over to the right, as I said to you earlier, that's the type of tactic that I think I would do if I was them, is get that well upgraded cavalry around my flank. There's my battle depleted cavalry. I was a bit slow there, look, I'm moving my cavalry away from their cavalry there. I thought because they were hidden, they might have been safe there, but you can see the enemy cavalry ran straight into them there. As I say, both Mars's cavalry and Mantu's cavalry are a lot better upgraded than my cavalry there. Now look at all that cavalry there. It's 12 units of well upgraded cavalry getting around the flank of my infantry, and you can see here that my forward units are being held, pinned and held by the Greek cities. As I say, Paglia and Kleomenis here have brought units over to support my infantry. Great bit of teamwork there. And over here that you can see Paglia being very aggressive, backed up by the Macedonian pikes of Kleomenis there. So you can see Kleomenis is kind of like the defensive backbone there of the attack, and Paglia is charging his infantry into the enemy infantry there. As I say, Kleomenis and Paglia do play together quite a lot, so they know each other's gameplay. And over here you can see Fesen's red Julia army facing the SBQR army of JGP. And don't forget that the enemy archers are still shooting into us as well. Remember, the enemy had 18 archer units against our 11. Okay, so they certainly did have an archer advantage here, but this is what's really worrying me. 12 units of very well upgraded SBQR cavalry coming around my flank. Now can you see here, I'm turning a couple of my infantry units there to face the threat of that cavalry coming in on my flank there. Okay, you can see 2 units facing the threat. Plus, you can see Kleomenis has brought some of his anti-cavalry pike units over here as well to support. There's that cavalry unit going in there like a bang. I think that's a battle damage unit, so that unit has now been routed there. But as I say, can you see I've moved my general that was behind my battle formation into the middle of my battle formation there to protect him from the cavalry hits. Okay, so you can see I've moved my general into the middle of my battle formation there just to protect him from that SBQR cavalry. You'll see the Greek city Spartans are really pushing in though here, trying to hold and pin my forward units. Over here you'll see that Fesen and JGP have locked horns there. You can see they've actually engaged Nice little battle going on over there. But as I say, this part of the battlefield that we're going to look at now could prove decisive in this battle. Okay, now you can see, as I say, my infantry there backed up by a couple of Paglia's units and Kleomenis' units there being held and pinned by those Spartans there. You can see Aurelius really pushing his Spartans in there to hold and pin my forward units. Now just watch for the enemy cavalry, because if I was them, I'd now get in behind my infantry and look to charge in. We just have to see what they're going to do. There you are, you can see Mars taking his some of his cavalry units in behind me there. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So over here on our left flank, if you like, you'll see a lot of our units are starting to rout. You can see Fesen's and Paglia's units are starting to rout there, being hit hard by enemy SBQR attacks there. So over on our left flank, things maybe not looking that great either. In the center here, you'll see that Kleomenis and Paglia are holding well in the center there. But over here you'll see the Greek cities pushing in there. And as I say, just look at all that really well upgraded SBQR cavalry in behind us. Remember, Mantu's cavalry is fully upgraded, but Mars's cavalry has got 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So that's a heck of a lot of well upgraded cavalry. Looks like it's going to charge into the rear of my infantry there. And bang, as they smash in there. Oh my gosh, just look at all the SBQR cavalry available to charge in to the rear of my Brutii, my green Brutii infantry. If you notice there, Mantu's charging his cavalry in. Mars has locked and loaded his cavalry, and he's going to charge in wedge formation for more penetration, more impact, and bang! And he smashes in there. So my poor old infantry is being hammer and anviled attacked. You can see that the anvil are the Spartans there of Aurelius. There you can see pushing in. You got a Spartan unit coming in on my flank there. You got Spartan units pushing in on my front. As I say, the Spartans at the anvils, and the SBQR cavalry are certainly the hammers there. Just look at Mars and Mantu's cavalry smashing into the rear of my troops. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And now you've got JGP's well upgraded cavalry. Remember, he's got 8 upgrades, going to smash in, and I think my infantry is doomed. I'm going to have 18 units of enemy cavalry smashing into my Brutii infantry once JGP hits. 18. Oh my gosh. And bang! And he smashes in there. Oh my gosh. Well, I think that's the end of my infantry there. I remember at the time thinking, if I can hold up the enemy infantry and Greek cities for as long as I can, that may enable my allies to do a lot of damage around the rest of the battlefield there. Okay, but you can see there my general's gone as well. I think my Eagle units have been taken out, from 18 well upgraded SBQR units coming in behind me, and the Spartans being the anvil in this classic hammer and anvil attack. But if you notice, I've still got some, I can't believe it, some of my Brutii infantry still fighting there. But as I say, the longer I can hold there, the more I'm hoping that my allies, you know, it will enable my allies to do more damage to enemy troops around the battlefield there. Okay, over here, this is SBQR troops, but it's just archers, light infantry. And if you notice, most of them have shot their arrows now, so they're just light infantry now. So even though it looks like there's a lot of SBQR troops on the battlefield still, that is a lot of archer units there. Remember, they did have a lot of archer units in their team there, but as I say, the longer I can hold over here with all the enemy cavalry plus those Greek city units, as I say, that may well enable my allies to do a lot of damage around the battlefield elsewhere. As I say, I can't believe some of my units are still holding, still fighting now after being smashed and crashed by all that well upgraded enemy cavalry there. Still managing to hold. I think one more hit though, and that will be it. There's that cavalry going in again, JGP's cavalry, bang, as he charges in there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe, still got some infantry. As I say, I believe my army is completely doomed now, but, you know, maybe they've done the best thing, that they've held as long as they could there, holding up enemy units there as well. You can see that cavalry charging back in again, and bang! Okay, so, sadly, that is all my army has just been taken out. All my cavalry, all my infantry there, that's the last of my units there. Now what I'm hoping is that some of my units will rally. Okay, I'm hoping that some of my units will rally and the enemy team won't chase them down. There you are, there's an Eagle unit has rallied already. So I'm hoping that some of my units will rally and I can take them back into the battle. Okay, but as it stands at the moment, our right flank has been broken by a combination of heavy cavalry and Greek cities. Okay, but me holding those units up, look, if you notice now, I think my allies have done a really good job. Remember, we're the red Julii, the blue Scipii, and Macedon there. So yeah, my allies have done pretty good there against the rest of the enemy infantry. But the main problem here, I think two main problems for us, is one, we've still got the Greek cities army there, and two, their well upgraded cavalry is still ready to smash us as well there. Look. So they were, and a good combination of Greek cities and heavy cavalry is difficult to beat. There's that cavalry charging in there like a bang as it smashes in there. Routed a couple of Fesen's units there. Oh, I think that's good news for us. I think we've just taken out an SBQR general there, cavalry general. So that was that's pretty good for us there. But as I say, those Spartans there with their 2 hit points are going to be very difficult to kill, I think. Here you can see the SBQR cavalry charging into Fesen's infantry. There's a couple of infantry units there. They're all attacking their archers as well. They're bringing their archers in. But remember, those archers are only light infantry. Okay, so even though they're all attacked with their little swords, they are light infantry. I think I just saw Fesen's general has been routed. And you can see the Greek city Spartans, as I say, the Spartans there. Tough infantry with their 2 hit points. And of course, the well-upgraded SBQR cavalry here could well make the difference here towards the end of the battle. Just look at the amount of cavalry the enemy troops have got left. Okay, so I believe at this stage of the battle I've got 3 rallied units there, which I'm going to be a nuisance with. I'm going to attack enemy cavalry, those light infantry there of archers there. I'm going to be a nuisance with those 3 units as the best I can to try and help the team out as much as I can there. But as I say, there's a serious amount of enemy, well-upgraded enemy cavalry about. You've got these Spartans here. You can see the SBQR cavalry going to smash into those Macedonians, a bang, as they charge in there. And some more cavalry, a bang, as they charge in there. Oh my gosh. But remember that Kleomenis has got the optimum upgrades on those Royal Pike units, 8 upgrades. Do you see how well they held there? I think Kleomenis turned just in time to receive those cavalry attacks from the enemy there. But as I say, you can see the Spartans pushing in on those Macedonian units. And as I say, with this well-upgraded enemy cavalry roving around the battlefield here, they can just smash straight in there, like bang, as they charge in there. Oh my gosh, hammer and anvil attack once again, with the Spartans being the anvil and the SBQR cavalry being the hammer there. Oh my gosh, right, you can see here my Brutii, my rallied Brutii infantry I'm bringing in here, trying to be a nuisance as much as I can to the enemy troops. There, that 1 unit there, 25 men in, I'm attacking the weakened enemy cavalry as much as I can. I'm going to go for this cavalry here, I hope anyway. Yeah, there you go. I've gone there, blunted, hopefully, the attack they were going to throw in there a little bit with my infantry. Pause the game for a bit here. So I think these guys are going to be the real problem for us, these Spartan units here. And as I say, backed up by this really well upgraded cavalry of the enemy as well. You know, I'm not sure, but I think maybe all our cavalry has been taken out, or we might have some very battle damaged units there. And of course they've got these archers. Okay, they are only light infantry, but they've got a lot of them. And you can see several of our units are starting to rout here. So make no mistake, this battle's going to go right down to the wire. Which way it's going to go, I can't say at the moment, because just looking at the odds here, there's Kleomenis is charging his general unit forward towards the enemy SBQR cavalry. Nice aggressive move there, but he needs to be careful he's not hit from all sides. And you can see those Spartans possibly moving in towards him as well. There you are, he's been very aggressive with his Macedonian pikemen, literally chasing the enemy cavalry away. That's a nice move there, but as I say, he needs to be careful with those Spartan units looking to get him as well. This is a nice combination here. Paglia and myself just took out 2 enemy archer units there with a hammer and anvil attack. My infantry being the anvil, his cavalry being the hammer. Here you can see, as I say, with this infantry unit, I'm trying to be a nuisance to the enemy cavalry. But there's Kleomenis, his general, being hit. Look, a bang! Right, now this was a great hit by Paglia's battle-damaged cavalry there. Okay, can you see his battle-damaged cavalry just hit that Spartan general unit there and killed the Spartan general. So they've taken the general morale bonus away from the Greek cities there with that hit by Paglia's cavalry. You can see Fesen's Red Julio infantry closing in on them as well. So as I say, just look at the troop disposition of both teams here. You can see how close this battle's going to be. Let's say Kleomenis' generals holding well there, just routed a couple of those cavalry units that were trying to take him out. And you can see there's a light cavalry unit of Aurelius that he just brought into the fray there. But we're attacking that as well. We've routed that unit as well there, so that's good news for us. But if you look around the battlefield, you'll see everywhere is just any units that are left are extremely battle damaged. Oh my gosh.
The gods be praised. The enemy's hearts are full.
And you can see here, I think Mantu has still got one of his fully upgraded cavalry units there, look. But I think looking around the battlefield, we seem to have done quite well. I can't see a lot of enemy troops left there. Remember, we're the green, the red and Macedon here. And the blue, of course, there of Paglia as well. But there's the SPQR cavalry fully upgraded unit there. You can see he's going to charge into that Eagle unit of Fesen's there like a bang as he smashed in there. Remember, that's a fully upgraded 3 experienced stripes gold shield gold attack cavalry unit there. It's just smashed into Fesen's infantry. Can you see me bringing my green Brutii infantry? It wouldn't surprise me if Mantu backed that cavalry unit off. There you go. You're going to back that cavalry unit off. But also it wouldn't surprise me if he admitted defeat now, because I'm looking around the battlefield and I don't think I can see any other enemy units left there, I don't think. And I think he's just admitted defeat there. So what a spread out battlefield this is here. If you remember, if you look at the battlefield here, just look at the dead. So you can just see how spread out it is. Remember over here on the right flank, this is where my army was doomed there. Being smashed in the front by Spartans and then being really hammered in the rear by 18 well upgraded enemy cavalry units there. But as I say, I hope I held up those units long enough to allow my allies to do the damage around the battlefield elsewhere there. But just if you just look at, as we move across the battlefield here, just the piles of dead there, it just bears testament, doesn't it, to how tough this battle was all the way across the battlefield here. I mean, oh my gosh. Cavalry and infantry there of both enemy and friendly team there, just dead from one side to the other. Oh my gosh. Just look, I just can't believe how intense this battle was in all over kind of this part of the battlefield there. And what I found was quite surprising to me was, you know, I lost all my army over on that right flank, but 3 of my infantry units managed to rally there. Okay, now I see that Fesen has got 2 infantry units and 2 extremely battle damaged cavalry units left, so he's got 4 units left, right? But I've got 3. And if we look, Kleomenis, I believe, has just got no, Paglia has just got 1 unit left, and Kleomenis has just got 2 units left. So even though my army was completely kind of smashed and crashed, I've got more units left than Paglia and Kleomenis, which is really surprising to me. But there's that 1 cavalry unit of Aurelius is left there. Now whether he's going to charge that in or whether he's going to admit defeat, we'll just have to wait and see. There, I always think at this stage of the battle now, it's best just to, maybe admit defeat and let's get back into the lobby and get another battle going. That's what I think. So let's put it up to triple speed there, and there you are. He's just admitted defeat there. So I just like to. The first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought everybody played really well there, and as you can see, as we thought it would be, it's a close victory. So it was very close. If this game did very close, it would be very close. Highest kills in the game, unusually, goes to Aurelius with his Greek cities, who's in the losing team. Unusual to get the highest kills in the losing team there. So well done to Aurelius there with his Greek cities army. Did really well. So well done to Mars. Look at the kills that he got as well. Really good kills from Mars there. Well done to Mantu. Now, bearing in mind he only had 6 infantry. Look at the kills that he got with his army. Well done to him. Well done to JGP. In fact, if you look at the enemy kills, they're really great, aren't they? I mean, they're really good kills. So, how they lost, it just goes to show how close the battle was. Now, look at my kills. Very poor kills for me. A lot less than 1,000 kills. But, of course, RTW rewards attacking play. And as you could see there, I was just defensive, just holding there for as long as I could. So, not very good kills for me. Well done to Fesen. Look at the kills that he got. Great kills for Fesen there. Got some really good kills. So, well done to him. Well done to Greek Kleomenis with his Macedonian pikes. Did well. And well done to Paglia. Second highest kills in the game. In fact, not a lot of difference between him and Aurelius there. Look. What's that? 7 difference? That's all there was. So well done to Paglia there. So just to say, we play Rome Total War every Friday and Saturday night. If you'd like to join us, you would be more than welcome. And we play Barbarian Invasion on a Sunday night. Once again, if you'd like to join us, you would be more than welcome there. So I hope you enjoyed this battle. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's always nice to read what you think of our battles. Bye for now.